I think I like it here. We can stay here for a week. 7 days, one mountain, and a challenge to experience the very best of Mount Rainier. From the trails that will leave you speechless to the meals that will fuel the adventure, this is your ultimate guide to visiting Washington's most iconic peak.
Just 2 hours outside of Seattle, that means you can wake up in the city and by lunchtime be standing beneath a glacier.
And we couldn't do it without today's sponsor, Visit Rainier, the go-to resource that helped us plan every step of this trip.
We're at Rocky Point Campground on Alder Lake, only about 20 minutes from the park entrance. Being so close to the park, the campsites book out fast. And it's not only the campground that gets busy, peak times are from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we're getting up super early in the morning to get there before dawn to hopefully catch a sunrise hike on one of the most photographed trails in the whole country. See you early in the morning. Good morning. It is bright and early. It is now about 6:30. We're parked at Paradise and the parking lot was more than half full when we got here. Today we are going on a very exciting hike.
It's one of the most hiked trails in the park and one of the most photographed trails in all of the US. We're doing the Skyline Trail, which is about 5.5 miles with 1,700 feet of elevation gain.
A lot of the time it's very shy mountain. It is hidden in clouds, but we drove in this morning and we saw the mountain is out.
Let's get on the trail.
There's tons of hikes that you can do here, but we're actually going to do one of the most difficult ones, which is the full Skyline Loop. Goes all the way up to Panoramic Point and back down right here.
We're at the halfway point up Skyline Trail and the elevation has been no joke.
You can see Mount Adams right behind us.
And Mount St. Helen. You can always tell it's Mount St. Helen because she blew her top. So it's kind of flat at the top, I guess. The sun's coming out, which means so is Mount Rainier.
We've been hearing this whistling for the last while, and I was thinking it was someone on the trail, like with a bear whistle, just like whistling. And it turns out it's this guy right behind us. It's a marmot, and he's calling. But marmots weren't the only wildlife we spotted on this hike. A few black-tailed deer crossed the trail right in front of us, and as we climbed higher into the rocky sections, we came across something even more special. An elusive animal you don't often get the chance to see. Oh, he's so cute. Little pika. We just saw a pika for the first time on the trail. We'd never seen one before. They're just a little cute, teeny little guys, and they're the cutest little things I've ever seen. This is the first complete view that we have of the glaciers behind us. And you can see the peak with the clouds like feathering off the peak. The glaciers below creating their own clouds. And then at the bottom of the glaciers, there's this dramatic waterfall, which is just incredible. I don't think it gets much better than this.
No, there's no way the view gets better than this, but I feel like that's what it is. Like on hikes to a viewpoint, or like hikes when you're looking at something, like there's a point where like the view is at its peak. And I feel like 5 or 6 times now on this hike, we've been like, the view obviously doesn't get better. Oh no, the view doesn't get better from here. Oh no, the view doesn't get better from here.
Keeps getting better, just keeps getting better. It's
like, the view doesn't get better than here. We've made it to Panoramic Point.
We've got Rainier behind us, putting on a big show. This is one of the best hikes I've ever done.
Easy.
Easy.
We still have a way to go because I thought that this was the peak of today's hike, but it turns out it's not.
I'm trying to enjoy my lunch. I hiked all the way up here to be able to eat my snacks on the top of the mountain. And I keep getting accosted by these chipmunks and the squirrels.
We've reached the top of high Skyline. You can see Panoramic Point from here. You can see Paradise Inn.
On the way back down, we chose to take the shorter and steeper Golden Gate Trail that took us through wildflower meadows with waterfall views. We finally made it to the final highlight of the Skyline Trail, the 72-foot tall Myrtle Falls, which falls just beneath this beautiful footbridge. What a finish to the Skyline Trail. It's only a short half-mile walk back to the visitor center. Arriving back at the visitor center, we had only one thing on our minds: food. And right next door is one of the best places in the national park system for a good meal.
We are just sitting down to the Paradise Inn, and what better way to wrap up a day of hiking on the mountain than sitting down to a big, nice meal because I'm starving. The Paradise Inn, though, isn't just one of your regular national park, pop in, get a bite to eat restaurants. This place has so much history. It was opened in 1917 under the watchful eye of the national park's first director, Stephen Matter. Before the Paradise Inn, they thought that when their visitors were coming to visit the national parks that they wanted rustic, that they wanted to stay in a tent, they wanted to stay in a little cabin in the woods, but the Paradise Inn tried something new. They made this more luxurious, lavish experience, and they brought it to the outdoors. So it was this meshing of luxury meets rugged outdoorness. And it was a very big hit. They didn't expect it at first, but people were coming here. It was hard to get a room here when they first opened. There was lavish parties, there was a grand hall, dances, multiple fireplaces, and a piano in the center that people could relax and enjoy the music. And the dining experience was part of the full inn experience. We're really looking forward to diving in and being a part of that history. We're very excited, very hungry. I went with the salmon because, again, we're in the Pacific Northwest, like how could I not? And our server told us that it actually comes from like
Olympic Peninsula.
Yeah.
It's wild caught salmon from the Olympic Peninsula.
not far from here at all.
No. And I got the braised short rib,
Looks delicious.
which has been braised for 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be super tender and so much flavor.
I'm ready to try.
I can't wait to
You
try.
try yours, I'll try mine at the same
Oh,
time. Are you
same
ready?
time?
Same time.
Okay. All right. That is so satisfying.
Mine's so fresh because it has like the citrus, this mixture of veg and tomatoes and herbs, and it's so good.
Mine is rich, super, super deep flavor. The meat, you can taste all the vegetable flavors that have been brought in by the braising.
It sounds like I want to try it.
You want to try some
Okay,
of this.
I want like some of this cabbage and
And
the
the
polenta.
polenta.
That's a bite.
Try it.
All right, I'm taking a bite.
Right?
That's really good. That meat's so tender.
It just falls apart right in your mouth.
And I love polenta. That's really good.
It's just delicious.
I love it. I'm ready to dig in. This was the best meal we've ever had in any national park, ever. And we've been to
Absolutely.
lots of national parks. After last night's dinner, we were exhausted. So today, we decided to start a little bit slower.
The Trail of Shadows is located in Longmire. It's about a 6.5-mile drive in from the Nisqually entrance of the park, and it's home to the National Park Inn, the General Store, the Park Museum, and the Wilderness Information Desk.
The Trail of Shadows itself is only about 0.7 miles long, and the elevation gain, basically non-existent. But that's not really the point of this trail within the park. The point here, at least I think, is to see the diversity in landscapes, the diversity and the richness of the resources here. With the meadow meeting the forest, it brought a lot of diversity. And with that, it allowed Longmire to create a successful homestead in the area. Longmire built a lot of cabins and buildings on his original homestead, but out of all of them, this is the only one still standing. The rest have been taken back by time.
Mount Rainier National Park isn't just famous for the mountain, and a lot of times the mountain's shy and hiding in the clouds. So don't be too disappointed if you don't get the views of the peaks that you've been hoping for. A lot of times it will peak out during the day, but in the meantime, there's a lot of things to do here.
We got to our first waterfall of the day, Christine Falls, and she's living up to the hype.
Wow, look at that. That bridge just perfectly frames it with the stone bridge in the road. It's incredible.
Yeah, when you get here, if you're visiting it on your own itinerary, it's not too clearly marked, but it's very easy to find. There is multiple little pull-ups that you can pull into park, and there is a viewing trail. So just hike down the trail. There'll definitely be other people there. So just hike down the trail, and that's where the real magical viewing happens. You may feel tempted to go out onto the bridge itself. We've been advised not to because it can be quite dangerous with cars passing by and them being distracted by the falls themselves.
And the view's better down here anyways.
The view's much better down here. It's spectacular, amazing, incredible, beautiful, magical, majestic.
we decided to switch up our plans and take a drive along the spectacular Stevens Canyon Road. With wide open valleys below and the snow-crusted slopes of Rainier towering above, it's a drive you definitely don't want to miss.
Driving down Stevens Canyon was absolutely spectacular. And we made a really quick pullover stop at Box Canyon. Take a peek because just like Ryan said earlier, that if you don't see Rainier right now, don't worry too much because she'll probably pop out later. That's her, she decided to pop out.
Oh wow, it's a lot deeper than I thought. It's 115 feet from here to the water, and it's the Cowlitz River that carved this canyon. I can only imagine how long this river has flowed here to have cut this rock so deep. We wrapped up our drive through Stevens Canyon, taking in some incredible views of Rainier before leaving the park and making our way to the nearby town of Packwood. This is a non-alcoholic beer that I got from the Packwood Brewery, which is where we are right now. Packwood Brewery we really like because right behind me you can see Mount Rainier from the sitting outside on the benches. The dogs are allowed to hang out outside with us, and they have very, very, very good street tacos, I'm told. What are you most excited to try?
I hear the street tacos are amazing.
Me too.
So let's try some street tacos. So we got chicken and pork. I want to try the chicken first because there is pickled red onions on it, and I am a big fan of pickled red onions. So you try the pork one first.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a good street taco. I see why people here say the tacos are really good. It's because they're really good. I gotta try the nachos. What's on the nachos? Cheese, salsa, guac.
There's actually a chorizo in this too.
Yum.
Yeah.
It's always so overwhelming trying to get a good piece, and
This is a
there's
good
guac
piece.
here, so I feel like I need a little.
I got a good piece right here.
That's no, my bite's so much better.
I don't know if it was. I think mine was the best. That's delicious.
Mine had guac.
These are really good. These are really, really good.
I love nachos.
They're up there with the tacos. I can't choose what my favorite is.
I can.
What is it?
Nachos.
After wrapping up the night with nachos, we called it a day, and by morning, it was time for a whole new adventure.
Over the last couple of days, we really got to spend a lot of time inside the national park. But today officially starts our exploration of the surrounding areas, and what better way to start than with rail cycling into some of the foothills that surround Mount Rainier.
I'm gonna be the brake man today. I'm responsible for not crashing into anybody else. So we're going uphill first?
Yeah.
We're starting going uphill?
Yeah.
I've heard it's a workout.
So have I.
And we're off! This is so much fun.
I feel like a train. Choo-choo! Are you pedaling as hard as you can?
Yes, I'm pedaling. We've only got 2 people in our car, so it's a little bit harder for us.
It's a lot more harder. Make sure you have 4 people in your car.
It's beautiful out here.
It really is. What a way to see the area.
Yeah.
To all this stem forest that we're going through, this railway used to be used when there was huge logging camps up here. But now, we're pedaling.
This was more than we bargained for. Oh.
My muscles are screaming already.
Now the guys are gonna turn them around on the turntable for us.
The way here was all uphill, so as we were like struggling up these hills with just the 2 of us in here, I was like, but the way back's gonna be smooth sailing.
Yeah, this is so
Oh, this is nice now. I take back everything I said. I love this.
The exertion of pedaling up the hill was totally worth the ride down. The trees flew by effortlessly. It felt like we were riding in a roller coaster. And to top it all off, we finished off with a view of Rainier as we roll back into the station. So we're down in town right now. We're in Elby, and we're at the Elby Market Country Store, and they're known for their ice creams. And I just got a huckleberry ice cream in a waffle cone, and I'm very excited to try it. That's delicious. It doesn't get much better than that. They get the wild huckleberries up on the hills, bring them down, make ice cream, and I get to enjoy it right here.
The theme of the day has basically been trains, and that's because we have been exploring Elby and the area surrounding Elby. And Elby is known for their, you might have guessed it, trains. And here they still have a steam-powered engine that will take you through the mountain passes, twisting and turning through the forest. So obviously, we're gonna take it.
We're on the way.
We're moving out.
I'm gonna go see if I can find the engine. I'm right the ways up at the front of the train, right behind the engine right now. This is so cool. I don't know what it is about steam engines. I love them. And there she is, guys. Mount Rainier.
I've loved our train-filled day, but I'm exhausted and I'm ready to go back to camp.
We went straight to sleep because in the morning we were trading steam trains for safari jeeps. This morning we're on a wildlife adventure. We're in the foothills of Mount Rainier at the Northwest Trek Wildlife Park, and there's so much wildlife here. They've got cougars, they've got beavers, they've got bears, they've even got bison. And today we're going to explore the park, and we're going on the Keeper Adventure Tour, which is a safari-style jeep where we get up close and personal with bison and mountain goats. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Do you hear that? That's a pack of wolves. Let's go, let's go. There's a huge, beautiful one right there.
Wow. Look at him. He's huge. Look at the size of that wolf. This is the closest I've ever been to a wolf.
This is probably the closest I ever want to get to it.
2 grizzly bears right out there. Look at them.
We're all loaded up. We have about a 90-minute tour ahead of us.
Animals,
We've just
kind of see
entered
them
the
in
park
these
and there's
groups
already
or
bison
herds,
and big
right?
sheep.
Typically, all the boys hang out together.
Right here in front of us, there's all these elk just chilling in the pond.
We just pulled over here and there's 2 moose.
This is Callisto.
We just got back. We saw everything that they had. We weren't supposed to go back in here afterwards, but I liked it so much that I'm going back in to the walking part of the zoo to have a look around.
Again.
I really wish we could stay here all day, but after exploring for hours, we're starting to feel it.
I'm hungry.
Me too. There's actually a spot only 15 minutes from here.
Sounds good to me. We have just gotten here at Mill House. We're really excited to be able to try some of the things they have here. We got apple brie, gluten-free flatbread. We got, what kind of sliders did you get, Rye?
These are the burnt tip sliders.
Ooh, and it looks like coleslaw's on there and other deliciousness.
We also got
a
flight of ciders right here, which are very interesting looking. Look at all the different colors of that.
Yeah, this one is huckleberry, we got prickly pear, we got apricot, and we got
House dry.
ooh, I
So we're
love
going from
something
dry to sweet.
I want to try the prickly pear because anything that's prickly pear, I always am very drawn to it. That's really good. And then you want to try a slider, and I'm going to try some of the flatbread.
Okay. I got these on gluten-free bread too.
Thank you. And I'm going to try this apple and brie. Fantastic combination. Cheers.
Cheers.
That is so good.
That's delicious.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a bite of
It's
this?
like creamy and sweet.
Right?
That's great.
Right?
Wow.
I know.
You want to try some of
Yeah,
that?
I do.
Take a bite.
Mmm. That is so good. Fantastic spot, especially since we rode for like 90 minutes around the park looking at the animals. Perfect. All fueled up after lunch.
We were getting real up close and personal with those animals earlier, and now we're ready to get up close and personal with some more animals. That's why we're here at Easy Times Outfitters, a family-run horse riding company with direct access to 22,000 acres of state forest equestrian trails. When they said they were going to bring us out into the forest, they weren't joking.
We both loved riding through the forest, sunlight flickering through the trees, the fresh air, and the steady rhythm of hooves carrying us along the trail. My legs are a little sore.
That was an amazing experience. Tiny little trails into the woods, like that was incredible. I've never been on a horse riding track that was quite that immersive.
No, it was really nice. And then he was really good about like giving us pointers on how to actually ride. So I feel like I didn't just get on the horse and was just like following. Like I felt like I got like a mini lesson at the same time, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And I loved every second of it. It was a good way in a different way to see the foothills of Mount Rainier.
After seeing the foothills on horseback, the next morning it was time for a new perspective.
We heard that the best views of Rainier are in the middle of the lake. So obviously we got some paddleboards to find out for ourselves. We teamed up with Jake from First Adventures Outdoors to explore Mineral Lake, the perfect spot to catch epic views of Mount Rainier from the water. Gliding across glassy water, surrounded by lush green hills, blue skies overhead, and Rainier rising in the distance. It feels like paddling into a postcard.
We're here at the Crystal Mountain Resort up in the mountains overlooking Mount Rainier. The adventure started already. We were at the Flying Raven Adventure Course, an aerial adventure 40 feet up in the treetops. There's a bunch of different activities, rope bridges, popsicle sticks that you got to step over, wooden log bridges, climbing activities. So it challenges you in all different ways. And then my favorite is sliding along on the zip line. That's so much fun.
These are the hardest ones for sure.
I think it's safe to say I'm never making it as a tightrope walker.
You'll never get to be in the circus,
Not for this.
just for the sideshow act.
And then I just let go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let go now.
Ready?
Yeah, I've gotta let go now.
Any second.
Woo!
The adventure course ends with the most extreme obstacle, jumping out of this giant acorn that's 30 feet up in the air. Oh, that was so much fun.
We are about to go on some dog-friendly adventures right now, right, Layla? We are gonna ride the gondola up at Crystal Mountain, which is dog-friendly in the summer. I think there's a little bit of hiking. I think there's a restaurant up there. And if the weather plays in our favor, there'll also be really epic views of Mount Rainier.
How beautiful is this?
Gorgeous.
The views are amazing from up here. And it certainly beats having to hike up the hill.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I would hike up it.
Layla wouldn't be able to make it
Layla
up.
couldn't come if we were hiking up
No,
it.
so Layla's able to come with us. That's great.
Wow. This is even better than I had anticipated. On the way up, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to see Mount Rainier today since it's so hazy and smoky, but we can, and it's even better than I thought.
The view from the top of Crystal Mountain is one of the best you can get of Rainier, and the fact that we could bring the dogs up to enjoy it too was the icing on the cake. If you get hungry, the Summit House is at the top with a full selection of food and drinks and mountain views from their outdoor patio. We enjoyed the view for a while before riding back down the mountain because we had dinner plans. We're here at the beautiful Alpine Inn, nestled in between the trees on the resort here. It's actually the oldest building on the resort. It's from 1964. We are outside and our dinner table has a fire pit in it. We're gonna get to eat our dinners here next to the fire and be nice and toasty and warm. Very hungry, and I'm very excited for this food to come out. Holy moly.
The appetizers here, this is the half portion, not even the full one.
This is one of the biggest plates of nachos I've ever seen. I can't even imagine how big the full portion would have been. Oh, that was delicious.
That's so good.
And the jalapenos and the olives in there.
I'm here for all of it.
Yeah.
This is so good.
If that last feed wasn't enough already, I got a smash burger, half pound with bacon and cheese.
This is a foot long hot dog. It's not a hot dog, it's a Frankfurter. Got a German inspired, what is it, Austrian?
Austrian inspired lodge.
So I felt like I needed to get something that was Austrian inspired.
Frankfurter.
It is.
I also got a hamburger, so that's German inspired. Wagyu smash burger with bacon, with cheese. That is delicious. The Wagyu beef is like so juicy. It's like not a dry burger, that's a good juicy burger. The cheese is perfectly like melted in between everything. Love it.
Look at that, that's bigger. It's bigger than my head. It might be bigger than Ryan's head. That's really good.
Yeah.
This is a proper German Frankfurter. And the curry ketchup, yes please. Perfect way to end our time
Here in Mount Rainier.
If you want more from us, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, obviously here on YouTube, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, and we're always at Rangeless_. We want to give one last thank you to our sponsor, Visit Rainier, and until next week, bye.